Jeremy, thank you. Well, today people in Virginia are waking up to new COVID-19 restrictions from the office of Governor Ralph Northam. Ashley Sharp breaks down the changes now in effect this morning. She joins us live from State Street in downtown Bristol. Good morning, Ashley.
Hey, Sydney, good morning. Yeah, some of those changes now in effect here in Southwest Virginia include a modified stay-at-home order and also a statewide curfew. And state leaders are saying that this is an effort to help stop community spread of the virus throughout the state. But officials are saying even though these new requirements are not enforceable by law, they are still hoping that the community will take them seriously. Governor Ralph Northam singling out Southwest Virginia when announcing new COVID-19 restrictions that are in effect statewide today.
Hospitalizations in the ICU have been rising since early November, and capacity is becoming a problem in Southwest Virginia.
One of the new restrictions, a modified stay-at-home order requiring people to stay in their residence at certain hours.
It's a reminder that you should stay home whenever you can during the rest of the day. But from midnight to 5 a.m., you need to stay home.
Also included in the executive order, an expansion of the mask mandate to include indoor spaces at all times and outdoor spaces when there is no social distancing. It also limits social gatherings to just 10 people and prohibits restaurants from selling alcohol after 10 p.m. or staying open past midnight. But for Bristol, it's a tale of two cities.
There are a couple bars on State Street that are on the Tennessee side of town. And it has proven to be a problem from my discussions with the local health department and with people in the know that, we have a lot of community spread. We're two separate states, but, you go back and forth multiple times a day. It's difficult when we have these guidelines and 10 feet across the road, they don't have these guidelines.
Bristol, Virginia City Councilman Neil Osborne says though he agrees these restrictions are necessary, they're hard to enforce.
There's no weight behind some of these guidelines. People are just going to do what they're going to do. And that's why you have to kind of, instead of even taking it from a perspective of, oh, I'm going to get a ticket or I'm going to get fined or something, take it from a perspective of, oh, I could get someone really sick if I don't, follow these guidelines.
For Bristol, Virginia leaders, they're asking the community to do their part.
It's very important that we just kind of think about each other, think less about ourselves and the inconvenience.
And these new restrictions are in effect from now until January 31st unless a change is made to Governor Northam's executive order. But as of right now, there is a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel when you consider the fact that as of today, the COVID-19 vaccine is getting into the hands of medical professionals across the country. Sydney?
Good news there. Ashley, thank you so much live for us this morning in Bristol.